Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the channel for another video today. This is only my second video this week, and I so apologize for that. But I'm going to talk about why that is today and kind of update you guys on a few things that have been going on the back end in my sort of area that you guys just don't see, because there has been a lot going on and a lot that I want to update you guys on and touch on today. So I have an update regarding Orderly Meds. I have an update regarding me and how I was impersonated and people trying to scam other people, and a little bit of GLP1 news updates as well. So if you are new here, my name is Brittany. I've lost over 110 pounds on a GLP1, and I have shared my entire journey here on YouTube, on TikTok. There's a wasp right there. The bugs like me when I sit out here. And I love to share all of that with you guys here. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right on into it, because like I said, I have a lot of stuff that I wanna talk to you guys about. We're gonna start with Orderly Meds, because I know that there's a lot of you out there that need to hear this, and I want you to hear it before, you know, it doesn't get jumbled in with more stuff later on in the video. So if you are a customer of Orderly Meds, or if you're not and you've just been seeing things, there has been some pretty significant delays with orders going out in the month of July. Now, I just found out the reason for that last night. Apparently there was a pretty big holdup at the pharmacy. There was some type of software issue with processing the orders that were getting sent over from Orderly to the pharmacy. And by the time both parties realized there was a problem, it was a big problem. Like, we're talking over 1,000 people's orders and refills, like new patients and people that were submitting refills. So they were working to fix it and working to get it back in order, and that just happened within the past day or two. And so if you have been waiting on an order, a very large batch of them went out yesterday, and then I think most of the rest of them are supposed to be going out today. Now, what I want to tell you guys is I got clearance yesterday to let you guys know that customer service is actually highly recommending that if you are somebody whose order got sent to the pharmacy earlier in the month and you waited 10 days or more for it to process at the pharmacy, then you should reach out to Orderly and they will honor you with a $100 credit to your account. They are trying to make things right, which is one of the biggest things that I love about Orderly Meds, is that their customer service has always been amazing. And it has really disheartened me over the past month to be seeing a lot of comments in different groups and comments on my pages and stuff about how it's just been a struggle this month. And I found out also yesterday that the reason for that is because they were contacted this month like significantly more than any other month, and they just were like working around the clock to try and keep up and to respond to everybody. And so I feel for them after finding all that out. Like, apparently they had a workload that was significantly higher than what they normally have because of all of these issues going on. And so they were trying to keep up as much as possible. I have been told that it is supposed to be back to normal now, or like within they're processing, they finally, like I said, are shooting all those orders out. So within the next day or two, everything should be back to normal, and you should be getting much quicker response times from your customer service team. But yeah, if you are somebody, there was a couple of people, like my sister in particular, she said that they sent her original order to the pharmacy on the 9th, and then on the 18th she got another update that said that there was an issue and that they had to kind of restart the process. So I did clarify that if you were somebody that was told one day and then it's 10 days from the original date that your prescription went to the pharmacy, and they can see that. So reach out to them. They want us to encourage you guys to reach out and to claim that $100 credit so that you can, you know that they are in it for you. So that's my little Orderly update for you guys. I don't know anything else about personalized medications. I have heard that they are in the testing phase, and that they are hoping that that will still launch in August. But for right now, we are business as usual. You can still get the 3-month starter pack of tirzepatide and semaglutide for the respective cost of $499 or $249. And that includes your med consult, no extra fees, none of that. So if you're interested, I will have a link below as always. Let's move on from Orderly and get to the fun stuff, as I like to say. So I made a post in the Facebook group about this, but if you did not see that, or if you're not a member of the Facebook group, essentially what happened was earlier in the week I started to notice on Instagram first that there were some accounts that were claiming to be me or impersonating me on Instagram, and essentially like their name would have one letter different or one, underscore different than what my Instagram is. And I'm not a blue check mark verified, so anybody can just kind of, do whatever. I think I could get blue check mark verified, but I don't have a ton of followers over there. So essentially what these impersonators were doing is they were commenting on my videos over there. They were commenting on other people's posts as me, recommending other telehealth companies or other like pharmacies that just sold like research grade peptides. Okay. I was very irritated about this, right? But essentially, originally I was just like, okay, well, this is just Instagram. I don't have a huge following over there. I think I have like 700 and something. I can report all these accounts, and a few of you were actually reporting some of those accounts for me, which I'm super thankful for. And I thought I had it handled, and then I came over to YouTube and saw the same thing. Now, the people on YouTube were actually targeting accounts that weren't necessarily even about GLP-1. So they were targeting or commenting on accounts that were like just weight loss related, or health and workout related, or what I eat in a days or whatever. And so they would go in and they would spam the comment sections with these, you should check out this telehealth company, you should check out this pharmacy, whatever. And they wouldn't post a link to the telehealth, but essentially what they're trying to do is just drive business to wherever they're trying to get you to go look. Those are not me. None of them are me. Okay. If it does not come from me on my page with my face, then it's not me. If you have any question about whether or not I did say something or I did recommend something, then please reach out via email or via the Facebook Messenger or whatever, so that I can answer you. But these people were even some people were referencing my email, like my real email address, I think, to look more valid. And so then I started to get worried if they were somehow using my email or sending emails out, or had hacked into my email account. So then I stopped. They recommended that I change all my passwords and that I go through and unsubscribe from things. And so I wasn't responding to any emails either. I was trying to like lay low and try and figure it all out. I have reported all of the accounts to YouTube and to Instagram. I've not seen any on TikTok as of yet, but there might be some. And I just want to reiterate that the only telehealth company that I recommend to you guys is Orderly. That is not because I think that I do think they're the best, but that's not because I'm sitting here saying that there's no other reputable one or that there's no other good one, because I know a large majority of you guys use other avenues to get your medicine. So that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that's the one that I've personally used, that I've personally vetted, that I know what the quality is, that I've talked to their CEO, whatever, that I feel comfortable recommending. So if you see a account of mine recommending one that is not Orderly, then it's not me. You can always reach out to me and kind of ask me what I think about that specific telehealth company, because there are lots that I do have opinions on that I just don't publicly share, again, because I've not done a ton of research on them. So yeah, it was very disheartening. Over the past few days, it's been a very frustrating process trying to figure out how I can like stay safe and keep all of you guys safe as well. It's just, I don't understand. I know that this type of stuff happens, especially to like very large creators. I just was like, why me? But I guess because of the community that we've built here on YouTube and the way, I guess, that I'm viewed on YouTube, people have decided to use my honesty about the GLP-1 space and my relatability and use it for their benefit. And it's just, I think it tells me all that I need to know about those companies that they have been recommending and about the pharmacies that they've been pushing. And thankfully, the ones that I have seen are not ones that I would actually recommend to anybody that I've actually seen negative things about. So I'm not necessarily upset that these are the ones that have sort of chosen to do this. It just proved what I felt right. So that is a very unfortunate situation. That is why I've not been active on YouTube or in my emails or really much at all the past couple of days, because I've been trying to figure it all out and lay low to keep my accounts and all of this that I've built safe. Because, you know, this is 2 years of me building this space, 2.5, almost 3 years now of me building this space on YouTube, of me building the Facebook community, and me, you know, building my email list and my repertoire with people that I email back and forth with. I didn't want to ruin that. I didn't want to to just be all willy-nilly doing stuff and then lose what this space for all of us and what this has become. It just really irritates me to my bones that people just don't care about anybody else's well-being enough but to get ahead for themselves. So that's what's been going on behind the scenes over the past several days. I apologize that I've been absent, but I do think that I've gotten it all under control. If you do see an account that is not me, that is recommending something or that is saying something that is weird, please reach out to me and let me know so that I can report it. And you can also report those accounts as well. Like I said, a few of you have done that on Instagram for me, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. And if you are in the TikTok space and you see anything, please let me know. There have been some people on TikTok that have been, not for me personally, but that have been recommending, like they'll save a creator's video and they'll twist it to point you to a research grade or I don't even know if it can be considered like a reputable research grade, just these like random pharmacies. So it's crazy what people are doing. Moving on to a few like news things that I've been seeing recently that I wanted to share with you guys. Like I mentioned the other day, Hallandale is producing GLP1s again. I'm so excited about that. And I really think that that's a good indication of where things are going in the future. Another major thing that has happened is that Eli Lilly has motioned to dismiss the lawsuit or the counter lawsuit that Empower created against them. Remember, I told you probably a month ago now that Empower decided to fight back and claim that the y'all know my brain farts that I get going on here. The patent, I was going to say peptide, was like, that's not the right word. The patent that they have is not actually on tirzepatide itself because it is a peptide and is not patentable. And so they were challenging the patent. That happened about a month ago. Lilly has now motioned to dismiss that lawsuit, but there has not been any update on that as of yet, but they do want that lawsuit dismissed. I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about that. I have very mixed reviews on that. I've shared that in the past because I think that pharmaceutical companies, when they have a patent and when they hold a patent on something that they've been granted, you know, that benefits them to hold that patent, and it benefits their further research and their further development of new things that could potentially help us. And so I think it's really a very fine line if we should be challenging patents. Again, I think the bigger issue is just the affordability of the medicine, and that they should work on that and figure out a way to offer it affordably in a way that still benefits everybody. And I really hope that they will at some point be able to do that. But there's been just so much coming out recently about Eli Lilly. There was a study that was done speaking about specifically the Lilly Direct issue and how their whole sort of margin over the past couple of years has been all for profit and hasn't really been for the people, and how that's been, but just by looking at their numbers, has been significantly, the numbers that they've invested into new research, those are frogs, by the way. They sound like crickets, but they're frogs. The money that they've reinvested, the money that they've spent on research versus the money that they've made, and how essentially this study was able to prove that through Lilly Direct, the amount of profit that they're making off of it still versus the amount that they're reinvesting into further research is just insane profit margin. So there's just a lot going on. And again, when you do Eli Lilly, you eliminate the PBM. So again, why are they still charging $500+ per month and putting the 45-day refill limit? All of that comes into question still. So it's just a big mess, right, of what is right and what is wrong and where is the line. And the Empower lawsuit challenging the patent brought a lot of that into play. It brought a lot of that into the picture and into the focus for us on who's for the people and where are we going forward for the people. You know what I mean? Another thing that came out is that both Blue Cross Blue Shield and United Healthcare have joined this sort of Caremark saga of dropping GLP-1 coverage. Blue Cross Blue Shield has kind of come out and said that it's going to be an employer choice versus like it being in the standard formulary and it being offered that way. The thing is that employers would have to pay so much to cover it. And so we've known this. I've done a report on this before. There's very little employers that are going to purposefully opt into it. I think it's like 25% because of the cost that it comes back to their company. And so by shifting from Blue Cross Blue Shield, by shifting the responsibility to the specific employers, all that's doing is giving Blue Cross Blue Shield the option to say, it's the employer's choice. They're the ones making this decision, so they're the ones that are to blame for this. So I think it's just shifting blame. But I think it'll be interesting to see as that takes form. It's supposed to happen like the end of this year, early 2026, how many employers will choose to keep it. I'm wondering if there will just be this big demand for it. And so some employers will take into consideration keeping their employees happy and how that benefits the overall company, all that. But United Healthcare is doing something very similar. And then federal Blue Cross Blue Shield is opting to just completely do away with it, which is so unfortunate. And I just am, again, that's a whole thing. So we have Hallandale reproducing GLP-1s. We have several insurance companies continuing to drop coverage just because of the inconceivable cost and how the insurance companies are not seeing people staying on it long enough to see the full benefits of it. And then, we have Brello Health that is not shipping out medication as efficiently as they once were. So they are really backed up. And also I shared this on the Facebook group. I can't remember if I shared it here, but they actually have a limit on daily new customers now as well. So you're not able to, if you sort of miss that queue every day or miss that, then you're not able to sign up with them. They had to do that because of the large number of orders that they have been having and extreme customer service issues that they have been having as well. Not saying that Orderly has not. So yeah, it's just a whole thing. And there's just been so much going on over the past few days that I wanted to take a few minutes and really just sit down and talk to you guys about everything. I have a baby running out here to me now. But yeah, that's sort of my little update for you guys today. Let me know what your thoughts are on everything down below. And I will have links to everything down below as well. The Facebook group, Orderly, if you're looking to sign up, all of that stuff. They did say that their turnaround time is going to be back to normal, which is the 7 to 10 business days. So if you are somebody that wants to sign up now, it should be an easy thing to do. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. Bye.